Hello everybody and welcome to another video. Today we celebrate our Independence Day, and today I'm going to make a video of 25 top people that served in World War II to save our lives for freedom. So, here we go. And I'm going to do this from number 1 through 25. There's 25 people today, well, in World War One, World War II, that saved our lives. Um, Let me find all of them first. Crap. I had this all sorted out, and it just loves to be pain in my ass. Oh, there we go. Okay. Number 1. I'm going to go from number 1 through 25. Alright. Irvina Sendler. The historism of Irvina Sendler may have benefited hundreds and even thousands of children during World War II. I'm not fully awake, but I need some coffee. As a nurse, blah blah, was able to smuggle Jewish children out of the war zone and handed them over to Polish foster parents. Those at one point she was caught by Nazi and turned. She was able to escape with the help of her friends and continue the rescue effort to security. And there she is when she was born. Well, kind of. And that's probably her now, or when she died. Okay, number 2. Audrey? I don't know. Audrey Murphy? Oh crap, went up a little bit too high. We'll get to those people soon. Okay, here we go. Audrey Murphy was one of the most famous and decorated American combat soldier of World War II. He served in the Mediterranean and European theater. The upper. Bleh. I need to go back to freaking first grade. Blah, 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 blah. Operations where he was presented the Medal of Honor and served the other decorations for heroism in combat include some from the countries of France, Berlin, Belgium. Sorry if I got that wrong. Belgium, originally lying about his age to enlist in the military and follow his dream to become a soldier. He was 19 years old when he was awarded the Medal of Honor. Alright, moving to number 3. Govan Paltiki, something like that. At time when Nazis had overtaken the city of Flume in Italy, decided to act in his office as head of police administration and never leave his responsibility ever, even if it cost him his life. He used his position to protect the Jews to begin sent to Nazi camps by destroying documents and serving as a point of contact for the resistance. Even though he had the ticket to get away from it all, he gave the freedom to the Jewish and sent her to Switzerland. He was captured and killed by the Germans inside the Duchy prison in February 1945. Alright, now number 4. This looks like a general. Matt Lewis Urban was Urban. Sorry if I got that wrong. Matt Lewis Urban was a United States Army infantry officer who served with something in the Mediterranean and European theater, the operations in World War II. He scouted, led charges up front, and performed historical in combat on 7 occasions. Despite being wounded, he was awarded for all the dozens of combats decorations by the Army in 1980. He was awarded the most presented of the medals, honor, blah blah, combat decoration, repeatedly acts of heroism in combat in France and Belgium, 1944, to the Guinness Book of World Records in 1989, considered Urban to be the United States Army most combat decorated soldier of World War II. Number 5. I think I've seen this in a book before, in one of the books I have. Number 5. Dmitra Peshva. I'm not really good with German names, or I'm not really too good with names because it's just, ugh. Although holding the position of Deputy Speaker of the National Assembly of Belgrade and Minister of Justice at the time the war was broken out, chose to reset the government by preventing the deportation of over 48,000 Jews from this country. Number 6. Witold Peckelt, something like that, put his life on the line when he volunteered himself as an volunteered. If you guys can guess what I'm thinking about of a movie, oh, I just gave it away. Hunger Games. I volunteer for Alpha. It's actually a good movie. You guys should go watch it. You guys go watch it on Netflix. Intelligence officer that would infiltrate the swastika. I think that's right. I think that's how you spell swastika. I know some German words, but not too many. I think that is swastika. Concentration camp by the taking a false identity and being cast into prison. Aside from being able to create an internal resistance force within the camp known as Zikwa, I can't read that. Outside military force known to these German words. I'm not too good with German words. But I'll try to get through it. Network that made it possible for outside military forces, blah blah. Thought he served as a war officer. He was sentenced to death due to various charges of involved in his history acts. Number 7. Instant Warren Tick Ticko Ticka, something like that. Although the stories were later proved to be the completely unfounded, according to a story published by American journalist George W. Harold, titled "My Favorite Assassin." He claimed to have met a captain of the French Foreign Legion with the name of the Tesler. In 1940, Captain Harold claimed my ears itchy. Hold on, guys. Turned out to be German assassin Ernest Warren Tickau. God damn, I'm not good with words. I think I need to go back to fucking first grade. I fucking hate tongue twisters. You guys hate tongue twisters as well? I fucking hate them. He is charged of. Whoa. He had a change of heart. This is something about Jewish in 1941. Let's go to the next one because. What's his name? He looks just like him. This guy looks like, the guy in, trying to remember his name. Fuck. Guy in Alcatraz. I'm not even gonna say his name because I can't read his name. But I'll try. Henryk Slawak of Poland was promoted politician and deployment of the that made a way for 5,000 Hungarian Jewish to be freed from the clutches of the Nazis forces by issuing fake documents that confirmed their lineage. What? As Polish citizens became of his assistance to the evacuation, he was arrested by the German army and was executed in the Mauthausen, something like that, concentration camp. Number 9. Simo Hana, nicknamed White Death. Banzai! By the Red Army, Simo was a Finnish sniper who hid out in temperatures between up to 40 degrees Celsius, picked off Soviet troops. There were, in fact, entire campaigns, mounted as a part of an effort to get rid of him. He was eventually struck in the jaw by a counter sniper, but he still managed to survive, and managed to survive, and to this day he has the highest record number of confirmed sniper kills in any major war 505. Okay, number 10. Jack Crunchhill, probably American, nicknamed Fighting Jack Church and Mad Jack. That would be a good military name. Mad Jack or Fighting Jack or this guy, White Death. There has been perhaps no one in history quite like him. He was a British soldier who fought through World War II, armed with nothing but a long bow arrows, and a Scottish port sword, Boad. He is known for the motto, any officer who goes in the action without his sword and properly armed. Number 11, Alvin Yonk. Alvin Cullum Yonk, known as the nickname as Sergeant Yonk, York, Yonk, whatever, was one of the most decorated American soldiers in World War I. He received the Medal of Honor for leading an attack on Germany machine gun nest, taking 32 machine guns, killing 28 German soldiers, and capturing 132 others. Whoa, whoa, this thing's going on. Hey, it looks like my grandfather, which is no longer alive. Douglas MacArthur? Yeah. General of the Army Douglas MacArthur was an American general and Field Marshal of the Philippine Army who was Chief of Staff of the United States Army during the 1930s and played a prominent role in the Pacific Theater during World War II. He received his Medal of Honor for serving his Philippine Company, which is made. What the fuck? I'm getting all fucked up here. Which made him and his father, Arthur McCurry Jr., the first father and son to be awarded. What? And his son be awarded the medal. He was one of the 5 men ever to rise to the rank of general of the Army in the U.S. Army and something like that. In the Philippine Army. Number 13. Whoa. Seems like Hey, does he look like Spock when he's older or younger? Nedrick Kent was a Turkish diplomat. Man, my legs are starting to kill me. I'm starting to fall asleep here. How many more do we gotta go? Deployment who would risk his life to save Jews during World War II while vice consul marshals France between 1941 and 1944. He gave documents for citizenship to dozens of Turkish Jews living in France who did not have proper identity papers to save them. Deported to the Nazi gas chambers. Ugh. Holy shit, that's a long name. I'll try to. Godly. Artist de Saro Mendez do Amaro y Abunds. I don't know if I even got that right or not. With possible the hardest to remember name of the list, his actions were anything but even, though he knew that the Portuguese government was against helping the Jews. He still issued tens of thousands of vice, although his efforts saved numerous lives. He was eventually executed and died in poverty. This guy looks so weird, but awesome. Mangusa, Mangusnu, or something like that. Hug Ofatni. I think he's German, or something like that. The famous Charlotte, the vacant, due to his way of, bleh. Golly, I'm about to go to sleep. I think you guys can read that. I'll just go on to number 16. John Rabe. At the time when Japanese were attacking the Chinese and Nanking, John Rabe was one of the few remaining foreigners who stayed despite the attack and established the Nanking safe zone. He used his influence and member of the Nazi Party in order to control the solution and attempted to delay the attack as much as possible. His efforts led to nearly a 250,000 Chinese lives being saved. Chungi Sagaha, something like that. Choose a. I really don't care about this guy because he's an asshole. Looks like an asshole. I don't even care about this guy either because he's Iranian. Or if he is. Oscar Scandalier. Hired about 1,000 Jews laborers for his business, as they were very cheap to obtain what he had originally been done for the money changed to a rescue opportunity when he saw how the Jews were being detained and murdered. He began using his war essentials industrial to prevent them being taken away and by employing women, children, and elderly, and even with physical disabilities and mechanics and assembly line workers. Charles Charles Joseph Carroll, known as the Count of, don't know that name, was a British soldier captured during World War II. He was rescued Jews from and smuggled himself into. I don't know that word, but I'll just skip it every time I come to it. For one of the knights, subsequently testifying about his experience at the Nuremberg trials and the IG Farben trial. I thought that said Castrol. You guys should probably know about some of these people. Engel sings Brits. County of Hungary, he was able to protect thousands of Jews from the Nazis, granting innocently given to Spain the neutral during the World War, blah blah. George, I can't pronounce his name. He escaped in Hungary after many months of being detained in prison. He was able to convince Nazis that he was a Spanish diplomat. Thanks to his perfect cover, he was able to give advice to many Jews with which they then use as means of escape. Raoul Weinberg, I'm guessing that's how you spell his name. Budapest. Ooh, Budapest. I know. From Sweden was able to rescue about 100,000 Jews in Hungary by issuing documents to assure the safety of these Hungarian Jews from the beginning deported and beginning brought into Nazi camps outside of the country. And final but not least, George Friend, I can't pronounce his name. Even though George was a member of the German forces during World War II, it did not mean that he hated the Jews as much as some of his commanders did. The fact when he learned of the roundup of the Danish Jews on October 1st, 1943, he called politicians Hans Hedorf with his idea that would allow thousands of Jews to escape at the end of the day. He made it look like a failure on his part, and that's it. Hope you guys like this video. Give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye, guys. Have fun.